What do you get when you slap a racing and a shooting game together? You get a vehicular combat game.
The vehicular combat genre was booming in the late 90s, thanks mainly to the Twisted Metal games. The series sparked a flame, it brought something new that was fun and engaging. Controlling a vehicle and battling your competitors with machine guns and rockets was absolute carnage. There were other great games alike on the PlayStation such as Destruction Derby, Vigilante 8, and Rogue Trip Vacation 2012. These are all great games with enjoyable combat, but then there's Star Wars Demolition. This ain't fucking one of them.
When this game was released, Star Wars, one of the greatest franchises of all time, was at another high point. The Phantom Menace just hit the cinema screens. Every kid was watching Star Wars, and most kids wanted to play Star Wars video games. So a vehicular combat game would have been a no-brainer, especially with all the characters and ships used in the movies. It should have been easy. But they got it wrong.
If you're a fan, your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them because this game is shocking. One look at Boba Fett here on the front cover and you'll want to buy this game.
And most likely, you did. Only to arrive home and have your night ruined. The game is extremely disappointing. They screwed it up big time. Holy shit! A Jawa! You better not be stealing my shit. So I guess you're here to witness this disappointing game. Alright then, come sit down, you're just in time. I have a bad feeling about this.
In Star Wars tradition, the game opens with crawling text that explains the backstory. The galaxy is engulfed in a Is that devastating? I can't tell, the video is blurry as shit. From what I can make out, the story takes place between episodes 2 and 3. The Empire declares a ban on Jabba the Hutt's sport of pod racing because it's dangerous. No shit.
Hey! Put that down! It's highly dangerous, no trade.
Well, anyway, Jabba the gambling gangster he is creates a new underground contest to keep them sweet credits pouring in. The new contest is a fight to the death. Extreme, I know. The fatality rate will be far worse than pod racing. So dangerous. The Empire better not catch on, right? Once the intro ends, we fly through to the main menu in Jabba's palace, which is really cool. I like how the camera pans around and we see familiar faces, including the Cantina band. For a split second, we even see Han Solo frozen in carbonite. It's a nice touch of detail, not bad for first impressions. There's a few original characters with different vehicles to choose from. Let's have a look here. Wittin! Oh, I see, you're in this game! Well, I think I'm gonna pick Boba Fett because Boba Fett. And when the game begins, this happens. You can't move. You would assume by pressing up on the controller, you would go forward, but it doesn't do anything. You have to press cross. So, Boba is a vehicle and not a person? Game logic for you. The objective is to eliminate all your opponents, but I don't get it. Why would Boba Fett go up against the tank? One blast from its cannon should blow his ass to Kingdom Come. Unless he accidentally falls into the great ass crack known as the Silent Pick first. This is bad. Turning from a standstill feels so clunky. Oh, facing the direction you want to go in is harder than it needs to be. Luckily, sometimes there's no need to move. Every character has the same primary laser attack, and it's pathetic. It does very little damage, but there is a good thing about it. You can charge it up for a special attack and it will devastate your opponent. Ah, that's right, eat defeat. Well, that was shit.
You want to play the next few games? Yeah, just remember, the cross buttons to go.
Look at this! We are driving on the Death Star! How is this possible? A, you wouldn't be able to breathe. B, you would be sucked into the void of space. Oh my god, like the Empire wouldn't notice this. A deathmatch right in front of their eyes. How stupid is Jabba to have this contest take place here? Oh my god! This is ridiculous! This is the weapon that has the capability of destroying planets. But good old Boba here can go right through the blast zone, taking the slightest damage. It makes him look like a god. Oh. What are you pointing at? Oh yeah, right. Okay, in the corner here, you can see there are 3 bars you need to keep an eye on. The red one is your ammo bar. It will deplete when you use special attacks. The blue one is your shield. You take some damage and it drains. But pay attention to this. Sometimes attacks deal way too much damage. I guess that leads us to the green bar. This is your health. Once that depletes, you die. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. So you have to keep the shield topped up by waiting around at a charging station. You know what? I bet it's like reducing the sandcrawler waiting around like this. Now that's a huge vehicle. It must have a massive tank to fill. It must cost a fucking fortune! No wonder you steal shit. There's another charging station you can go to, and that's for replenishing special ammo. You can pick up different weapons from these pod things that hover around the arena. Some weapons is for offense, some are for defense. And this is the green tractor beam. Well, I don't know what this does. I don't know why it's in this game. It does shit. Also, I have no clue what half of these symbols do. What does that mean? You pick them up and nothing happens. Okay, sometimes there's a hint on the loading screen that tells you what the symbol does before a match, but I forget 10 seconds into the game. This symbol turns you invisible, right? It seems like a good idea, but it's not. It disables your shield and leaves you vulnerable. Bastard! One hit and you're close to being demolished. Don't pick this pink shit up no matter what. What else is there to do? Let me show you. There are 4 single player modes to choose from. Battle is the mode we have just played. You verse 4 players of your choice and you get to pick the arena. High stakes is basically a battle against one opponent, but you can bet credits on yourself to win. It's silly because if you win, you don't actually get to keep the credits. It's like winning a competition and accepting the reward, but instead immediately after, the reward is taken away and thrown into a heap of shit. Tournament is self-explanatory. It's pretty much a series of battles that gets harder as you play on. This is kind of the story mode, because when you win, you can watch a cutscene for a character's ending. So what, he won a pint that he cannot drink? He's a Mandalorian, he can't take off the helmet. This reward is an insult. Oh, he shouldn't even bother joining the contest. So that leaves us with the last game mode, Hunt a Droid, and it's what you'd expect, you hunt droids. The goal is to destroy as many droids as you can within a time limit. There's no reward for playing it though, it just exists to change up the gameplay as every mode is basically the same. Oh, piss off, how does that even work? Well, anyway, here's a sweet bonus fact to end the review. In the preferences menu, if you hold L1 and R1 at the same time, you can input cheat codes. If you input Gungan Hunt with no spaces, it will turn the Imperial droids in Hunt a Droid mode into Jar Jars. And look what they have done to the Gungan. They've turned him into Dumbo, but on crack. It's like the makers of the game was aware that Jar Jar Binks angered the fans. Therefore, they put this little secret in the game so you can vent your frustrations. But I kind of feel a bit bad for them. They just run away helplessly saying, "Misa's sorry."
Misa's sorry. Misa's sorry. Misa's sorry.
What? I have a time limit, remember? Well, that's about all you can do in the game. I guess you can repeatedly play the tournament mode to unlock new characters and vehicles, but once you've done that with each character, there's no reason to keep playing, and that's if you made it to that point. You'd be probably burnt out from the repetitive button mashing gameplay in the same arenas.
hey, it's Star Wars. You might have a soft spot for it. You might come back to this game time to time because you're a fan of the movies, or simply the game is pure nostalgia. But at the end of the day, it just isn't a great vehicular combat game. We love it anyway because it's Star Wars. Ain't that right, Wittin? I told you one look at the game and you fucking want to buy it.